Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you all how to take a crowded environment like this and easily remove all the people from the image using Photoshop. Welcome everybody to my channel. I'm Jason Yoder and this is where I share with you my travel and my photography adventures. But today I'm going to show you how I captured my images that I showed you last week from the Colosseum in Rome. Now this was a very crowded place, so there's no way I was going to be able to capture a single image that did not have anybody in it. So I'm going to show you guys how I did that. Now first of all, I'm going to apologize if the lighting is atrocious, if the sound is bad. I'm sitting in a hotel room right now. So I am up in North Dakota doing some work up here, and of course doing a little photography as well. So yeah, I decided since I've kind of have the afternoon off right now, I'd go ahead and put together this episode like I promised you guys I would in last week's Rome episode. Now let's just get a few things straight here. Normally I do landscape. All right, I prefer landscape, but when you're in an incredible location like Rome, you take advantage of the situation. And this situation had a lot of people. So what I did is I actually shot, to get this to work, you actually have to shoot more than one image. I actually shot multiple panoramas. You do not need to do panoramas. This will work with single images. Now if you guys are interested in how I make my panoramas, check out this link right here and then come on back to this video and finish it up. But what you need to do is have a tripod. You need a tripod to keep the camera in the same place for all the shots you take. Now I took panoramas, which means I was constantly moving the camera to get these images. The other thing I would really recommend is for you to have some type of a remote trigger for your camera. Now my phone will, through Bluetooth, will connect up to my camera, so I can use my phone as my remote trigger. That way I don't move the camera around, but it's okay. I'm going to show you how to handle it if there's any movement in the camera. So the first thing you need to do is to take a look at your subject and start capturing some images. And you want to look at the people who are kind of standing around and make sure that you capture an image when those people aren't standing there. We want to get as many images as we can. Now one of the challenges I had here at the Colosseum was it was during the golden hour, which meant light was just constantly changing. Truth be told, you usually only have about a few minutes to capture a series of images that you can use for this technique, and then shadows change too much or the light may change too much and it's just not going to look all that great. So what I've got loaded up here is you'll see the images I've selected to work with as we create this image, which is actually going to be from multiple different images. We're just going to erase the people out without using the clone tool. Let's take a look and see how this goes. So here you guys can see I'm selecting the images that I want to include in this final image. And what I'm going to go to next is I want to develop these images, but I'm going to do it in Photoshop. And I want to import them into Photoshop as layers. Now this import process, depending on the size of the images, might take just a little while to do, so give it a few minutes to load up all of your images. So I have 5 images loaded up, and as you guys can see as I'm hiding some of them, the Colosseum is in all different positions. And that's because I was doing panoramas, so there's really no way for me to line them up. What we're going to do is we're going to select all the images here in Photoshop. And then we are going to go under Edit, Align Layers, and I'm going to allow them to auto-align. What that's going to do is Photoshop is going to try and look at consistent points in the image and line everything up. So hopefully in the end, the Colosseum is going to be in the same position in every single one of these images. So you guys can see the distortions of all the different panoramas. But I'm going to start hiding some of them, and what you're going to notice is the Colosseum is going to be in the same location in each one of these images. That's what we wanted. So our next step is we are going to try and erase the people without having to use the cloning tool. So what I've done here is I've created a masking layer and on the very top image, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start painting out anybody who I see in the image, and hopefully behind it will be, just like this, an image of the Colosseum without that person in that position. Now in this case, where I'm erasing this gentleman, you can see he was still standing there. So we're going to have to rely on the next layer to try and get rid of him. So let's keep on erasing out some people. We can see these people had not moved since I created the second image. And here these people moved just a little bit. The idea is to try and paint wherever you see somebody, and right there you can see I managed to erase somebody. Now when you're painting and someone that comes back in, you can always try to unpaint it, and we'll just keep on going layer by layer until hopefully we can find an image where people are not there. We're going to go ahead and add a masking layer to the next level of the image, and we're going to paint again. And again, the idea is to hopefully find parts of this image where people just are not at. We're just going to keep on painting over until we can find some frames that there are nobody in them. Now that I've got all the images painted out where there was nobody that I could, I went ahead and flattened out the images, but there are still some people in here. So unfortunately in this scenario, we are going to have to rely on our cloning tool to see if we can capture different parts of the Colosseum and overlay them where we still see people. So you can see that I've imported this into Lightroom, and yes, you can see all the different layered images on top of each other. We'll deal with the cropping later. What we're going to do is we're going to see if we can use our healing tool and try to heal this image. We want to try and choose sections of the Colosseum that are going to look somewhat natural in those positions, and see if we can finish cloning out the people that are, or the parts of the people that are still in our image. Time to deal with that crop. So I'm going to go ahead and crop the image and try and save as much of the image as I can. Now remember, because I was shooting panos, that's why the cropping is all over the place on this one. In your images, if it's just a single image, it should not be anywhere near as bad. Now the problem I'm going to have is I want a little more at the top, but if you look in the upper right hand corner, that is going to leave me with some lighter blue sky from another image, and I want to get rid of that. So let's see if we can mask this out. You guys can see I'm having a little trouble here trying to clone part of the image over, part of the sky over, to hide that blue. It's just not working right here for me. Now when we see it, when we look at it, I can still see the color it's just not quite right yet. So I am trying to adjust the cloning area just a little bit to see if we can do something to try and make that a little bit more acceptable. So I'm really struggling here, so I need a little help in Photoshop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and export this image back over to Photoshop. We're going to be able to use some of its tools to try and deal with that off color of blue that we have in the sky. There. So that color is just not quite right in the upper right hand corner, as you guys can see. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the blurring tool, or the smudging tool, and we're going to see if we can smudge some of that image over. So what I'm doing is I'm literally clicking when I'm to the bottom left of that abstract area, and I'm streaking it up towards the right. So I'm literally dragging the darker blue color onto that lighter color. And what eventually is going to happen here is we are going to get it to smooth out, and it's going to have a more natural look to it. And now what I'm doing is I'm just kind of circularly smudging it around, and if you can look carefully, you will see that the colors of blue are blending together and making it look like it is a natural part of the sky. And then there you have it. I just go ahead and save the image. It goes back into Lightroom, and we're ready to finish up processing on it. So that is how I take people out of images. Now this technique is really good if you are in a place where there's a basically a landmark, a tourist area where there's going to be a lot of people. Now of course I suggest that you get there early in the morning, because that's when there's going to be fewer people, and you will have to take fewer and fewer shots. Now there's going to be some places like in front, if you're doing it midday, there's just going to be too many people. This technique will not work because it's just going to be too crowded. Now I had no choice because of the time of day I was there. I had to shoot during the evening hours, but luckily for the most part people were moving, and I was able to capture enough images that I was able to get most of the people out. Thank you for watching, everybody. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, because on Thursday I'm going to be sharing with all of you the August sales figures for my stock photography sales, and then the following Sunday we're going to continue our photographic tour of Rome. Also, if you want to support this channel further, check out patreon.com/EWJ. There you can get 4K desktop backgrounds. You can get my newsletter showing the location of where I do my photography. And also you can see private videos that are available to my expedition team. Sometimes there's a little bit more to these trips than what I show you guys on YouTube, so I share them out on Patreon. Yeah, baby. Oh, so I'm literally sliding sideways. Okay, stop. Alright guys, thank you again very much for watching, and if you can, please consider adopting a shelter animal. If you can't, please consider donating to your local animal shelter. Take care, and I'll see you all on Thursday.